Hi, my name is Sharon Shahid. I am currently a senior, majoring in organizational studies with a minor in writing. I wanted to take the time today to reflect on my experiences in Writing 420, where I created my capstone project called Confessions, which is essentially the case for keeping the combustion engine alive. So I'll walk through some of the most important steps in my project and kind of the thought processes behind those. So one of the first things that I had to do for this project was actually bring in some pitches. And so I actually brought in two, where the first one was the case for keeping combustion engines alive. And the second one was about how film choices shaped misunderstood animations. And I noticed that a lot of the students in my class actually connected a lot with the second idea. And while they were speaking about that pitch, I was in my head, I was like, oh man, I really wish that they liked the first idea. And after talking to T, my professor for the class, I knew that I had to stick with my first idea. That's really where my heart was. I knew that I wouldn't need any extra motivation to keep going throughout the whole semester, and I would have motivation to create an amazing, full, built out, final product for this topic. And so that's what led me to the next step in this project. I knew really early on that I had to get started on the research for my project. The car season was actually wrapping up because of the winter, and so I made kind of all my efforts to reach out to the famous podcasters that I knew, some professors on campus, but the biggest opportunity that I had was actually through M1 Concourse, where I made a last-ditch effort to call almost every single one of their departments and try to get into the event that they were hosting that weekend, which was the American Speed Festival. And on the 8th call, so I tried every single department. The 8th department, which was the last one, finally got connected to this man named Brian Baker. And he heard my essentially elevator pitch for my capstone project, and he loved it. He actually gave me and my two friends 3 free tickets to the event that weekend, which otherwise would have cost us $150 there. I mean, obviously, I loved it. It was such an amazing experience, but I actually did get to work. This is where I built out most of my projects. So I actually had the opportunity to talk to almost 10 different professional drivers and racers, and actually film interviews with them, which was so amazing. And the conversations that I was having with them actually inspired the form of writing that I ended up doing for my project, which was prose. And it was just the way that they were talking about their childhoods and their kind of experiences with the car culture that really drew me to that type of writing. And I made some amazing connections. I got a lot of contacts, which I'm definitely going to be utilizing outside of my capstone project. And it just definitely opened the door for a lot of cool conversations and amazing connections. And one of the things that actually really brought my project to life was building out my website. And I am by no means a UX design major, minor, or have had any experience with something like that, like building a website. And so I really took the semester to challenge myself to learn something new and kind of a new way to express my writing and my emotions through different forms of media. And through my the website building process, I knew I wanted a lot of movement. I knew I wanted to show off my personality, not only in the writing, but also kind of the website design elements that I could add. And it turned out so amazing. I think it captures exactly how I feel about my car, about that community. I am honestly just like impressed by myself and the amount of work that was put into it. I'm so glad I had the opportunity through this class to explore a passion of mine in a completely new lens and really develop it to a point where even if you aren't a part of the car community, you can understand this kind of connection that we as car people have to cars and why it's important. But yeah, I just reflecting, I guess, as a whole on the semester, it was amazing. It opened doors for me. I mean, actually got a job at M1 Concourse shortly after that interaction with Brian Baker. And I made amazing connections through the interviews and the research that I was doing. And then just, definitely improving my skills at the very least with website design, which I'll definitely be able to show off this capstone project for future opportunities, and I'm so proud to do so.